I have been hype for Palworld, and we have the last trailer before early access with the release date announcement. Let's get into it. Fun little opening, just kind of showing all the pals running around, and then giving us like a recap of the Paldeck. So showing the revealed thing, some gameplay footage. That's pretty cool. And there's been like an insane amount of content going into release, giving us all of that gameplay. That's pretty cool. It's been crazy to see like the evolution of this from Pokemon with guns and slavery meme into, wait a second, this is like super legit looking game now. All right. I don't think this is going to have, this trailer doesn't look like it has any kind of new, oh well, except for the release date, January 19th, 10 days away. We knew the game was coming out in January, so like if you were thinking, it's going to be later in January, boom, January 19th, early access, going to be crazy. And then yeah, like reused footage mostly, it seems like, just from all the other trailers and Paldeck stuff they've been doing. But I want to catch up on that, so we're excited. I didn't get into like the alpha test or the beta test, so I don't know about like the story and all the other cool things, but I am excited. That gives me just enough breathing room too. I like that it's 10 days away, get to prep, and I don't have to immediately lose sleep. If I'm being honest, I'm still recovering from Lego Fortnite into the Pokemon Indigo Disc DLC, but we got a lot to cover. Now, I can't play each and every one of these Paldeck trailers because there's like 50 of them and they're a minute long each, so we'd be here for an hour, but I want to just like talk about where Palworld is going. But really quick, before we get into that, use code VERLISSIFY for 20% off your G Fuel order. You need to stock up on energy drinks right now. We have the release date, we have the time, and if you get like addicted to Palworld, or if this ends up being like one of the greatest games, you're going to wish that you had all this energy from G Fuel. Also, Strawberry Slushy Remastered, immediate new favorite G Fuel flavor. So there's all kinds of great flavors, all kinds of great things. And then stock up now for whatever content, work, fuel your grind. So yeah, it's a lot. We have like 52 on the Paldeck, and I didn't know how many they were going to release. I caught up on like the first couple ones, and then just like kept on going, and then like all the new things. So using pals effectively, actual like how-tos about the game, not just showing off like, oh yeah, here's a minute for a thing, good luck, have fun. And also, the more of these we see, the more interesting it is to like expand on all of the different pals, and you get kind of a mix of everything, just like completely hilarious meme ones. So we have Tansy, which is like an actual guerrilla warfare kind of pun monkey with a AK. Alright. And some other like cool looking designs and stuff, but then back to the memes. We got Depresso. We also got Hang You. Okay, Arsox, Arson Ox. Neat. And then, like, of course, we got, like, the fun little pun names and stuff, and then some pretty crazy stuff. But then, like, the viewership has also been interesting as we get closer to the release, or, like, the announcement of the release date. Jet Dragon, for some reason, almost 100,000 views. Lovander is hilarious. I actually wanted to, like, kind of show that off. And then all kinds of, like, other pals and things, how to raise the strongest pals. So I definitely need to catch up. I was keeping up with the first couple ones, and then, like, the decks just kept on coming out, and other games and stuff were happening, but need a recap. So if you've been keeping up, like, a lot with this, and you're, like, super involved, comment your thoughts down below as, like, everything that needs to be known about Palworld that you've kind of seen from watching trailers and paying attention. Also, I haven't done, like, a lot of digging, but are there any, like, good Palworld resources outside of the Reddit? Is the Reddit like one of the few non-terrible Reddits out there? So I got like, at least I got 10 days to also catch up and figure out what's going on. But then trailer. So Lovander, this one caught my attention. It seems like it caught a lot of other people's attention as well, like getting almost 40,000 views. Because one, the design, they know what they're doing, but at this point, like, you can't fault them. And it's like, yeah, it actually works. It's another silly thing on how they actually got away with that, and it's not too stupid, and it fits in, and also kind of like says the quiet part out loud when it comes to franchises like Pokemon and all of their fan service characters. You know, the sexy pal just kind of running around actually being an interesting, crazy fight for combat. And then, like, the more of these you see on the Pal decks, the more like engaging the combat gets, where you're just seeing him pull out all kinds of different pals to fight this. And then, yo, the Dex entry. Seeking a night of love, it is always chasing someone around. At first, it only showed interest in other pals, but in recent years, even humans have become the target of its debauchery. Saying the quiet part out loud. And then the trailers are just good and show like so much going on in the world, and then they usually conclude with how the PAL can be used for your base building or your combat augmentation. So there's like so much freedom with all the little parts inside the game. That's kind of crazy. And even this opening part, like giving complex interactions beyond anything Pokemon trailers are doing. And that's just so sad. Like, Game Freak really has lowered the bar so low that these designs went from memes to like actual better designs than we've seen from Generation 8 and Generation 9, and like some really cool pals with some really cool interactions. Again, can't watch all the trailers, but I wanted to see what's going on with like the one that popped off with Jet Dragon. 90,000 views, people are watching this one. Got like some crazy legendary design. And then it's actually starting off cinematic like. Just zoinked him, dude. And then, yeah, legendary Celestial Dragon, level 25, Jet Dragon. You got some PAL spheres down there. It's like dev mode, so I guess they have infinite ammo, but you have to like craft the ammo yourself and everything. Imagine if you run out of bullets mid-fight and something like this. That'd be outrageous. But then you have to like dump your entire arsenal of PALs as well and make sure you bring your best. It's like Dark Souls Pokemon, but not the trash that's Pokemon Legends. I want to rewind. Like, look at this thing just strutting around. Mid-fight, doing its walk. How is there that much personality? Why do I find this charming? This is a Pokemon knockoff game. It's not supposed to have any identity, but it's developed its own identity. And also, I know the developers are Japanese, so you can't even like it's not even good to disrespect them by like, oh, another Chinese knockoff Pokemon game, even though the models are a little rippy. It seems. The rest of it is like super legit, and then yeah, you're fighting with your pals in like interesting combat ways and different kind of combat styles. And that's another thing about like watching these trailers, seeing it all come together, that shows how dynamic and how diverse the fighting can be depending on like the pals you can manage to catch and how everything kind of works. And if you're just good at FPS and dodging and playing like a gamer, gets even better. Man, this thing's a tank though. Bajillion health, doesn't matter if you're shotgunning it. And then yeah, it shows you can jump onto your like Grizzbolt or your Relaxaurus. I think that's what that dude was called. And then you can actually like do the full combat rotation. And as long as it's not like poorly balanced, look at me, I'm even thinking like, oh man, the balance of this game. If there actually isn't some of those like, oh, this PAL is the most meta and the best and this strategy is unbeatable, you can actually just kind of create whatever combat strategy you want to tame however strong of a PAL you can. Absolutely insane. Like, I honestly don't know. Like, the gameplay could just be that super duper solid, and then I've got a lot to catch up on, and hopefully the devout followers that find their way to this video can help me catch up a bit, because it's more complex. Also really makes me like just so upset at the current state of like Pokemon announcements and Game Freak. That's also from the idiot community over in Pokemon, where Sun and Moon somehow revealed too much, even though it was like revealed a little bit of the decks and then some gameplay features. But this game is like dropping everything. It still has a ton of mystery on how it's all going to weave together and play out. And that's like, there's a lot of exciting stuff going on here, and it's either going to be an ocean of content that we can't even fathom, or maybe it's going to be like super shallow. But I kind of don't see it. I'm like, there's too many interactions, there's too many different pals, there's too many different areas. I think you actually have to like, and then if it actually has like good crafting and base building, then you can just kind of design things however you want. I don't think it's just going to be like a straight line. That's kind of crazy. What's this dude? What is Cognito? Oh, that's what he does. Teleports around and does all kinds of crazy stuff. I like his vibe though. There's been like plague doctory looking Fanmon, Fakemons in the past. And we just get to see all the other pals. Dude, that's annoying. But he's got like spooky ghost things. That's pretty cool. Yeah, and it's not even like reused kind of things. Each pal is like super unique, and you catch it, and then you learn what it does, and you can figure out how it works into what you're doing. And there's mega spheres, so you gotta craft all the good catching balls and stuff. What does he do for the base? Or the combat? Oh, he's just strutting around. Oh, he out. All right. See, I don't even know what he does, and there's 50 of them already. And I think the game's gonna launch with like over 100 pals and stuff. Yeah, wow. Looking good. I'm excited, and I've got 10 days to kind of get ready, which feels like the right amount of time. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.